Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Man, day 3 of some Dead Space. Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever time it is for you. Another beautiful day for some more Scaretober and October 4th edition of Video Gaming News, yeah? So, let's go ahead and do what we do. Let's get into this video gaming news segment. That way we can work our way into day 3 of Dead Space, yeah? Let's go. Let's get it! Wrong. There we go. Let's go. We talked about this yesterday, and we've talked. This has been kind of a hot topic for us, not just us and in this community and in the news, doing the news segments and everything, but just the gaming industry in general, which is um, how quick these studios are to turn around and try and remaster their titles, right? Like we just heard that Horizon Zero Dawn is now getting a remaster. The game is only like 5 years old. When there are so many other notable IPs, old IPs that have significant fan bases that haven't been touched in a very long time. And, another, what this always brings about is the topic of these industries being scared to revamp IPs that are old or actually work on anything that is new. Really, is what it is. They're so hesitant to work on anything new. All they want to do is just soak as much as they can out of the things they've currently been working on. And so this is just another example of that happening. We touched on it yesterday. We're gonna read about it again today and see what new news has come out of that. Jack in the Box is seeking a full-time Twitch streamer. There you go. Get 8 Steam Deck ready games for $10. Yeah, haptic gaming chairs could be the trend of the future. Absolutely. I think haptic. I think this is going to evolve really from haptic chairs into actually like haptic wear, things that you can actually adorn your body with that give you haptic feedback for the games you're playing, especially the more that we get ingrained with things like VR, right? Whether it be like actual sleeves that you put on or just like things that you strap onto your arms or your chest or whatever, that give you some kind of like haptic feedback to, give you a little bit of some kind of sensation, more of an immersion in regards to what's happening in the games, and as we move forward, the obviously the way technology works, the more seamless that kind of stuff will be integrated into the games we play and the equipment that we use and things like that. But I think chairs are just kind of the beginning of the haptic feedback kind of stuff, So We've already seen chairs that are being made currently that have haptic feedback in them, and I think that's just the beginning of this, really, with the haptic stuff. We'll take a quick peek at that, though. Fandom has acquired GameSpot, Giant Bomb, GameFAQ. Let's take a look at this. I've already hit on the free PS Plus games for October, but let's take another peek and make sure we didn't miss anything there, okay? If I recall, one of the more notable titles. Yeah, so the Hot Wheels Unleashed, Injustice 2, and Super Hot. Yeah, they've got the sizes for these games in this list, which we didn't see before. So I'll just go ahead and throw this in chat. Just know those are the PS Plus games for October, and the sizes are in that article. The size of the game files, in case you're interested. There it is. Fallout 76, How to Play the Game for Free. This is a title that caught a lot of criticism on release. It had a lot of issues. If I remember correctly, I mean, it was a pretty hot, buggy mess on release. But not only that, if I remember correctly, I mean, the game actually cost to play, and then there was a lot of monetization within the game as well. I just remember hearing about everything that was going on with the game and was completely turned off. Like, I remember just thinking, there's no way I will play this game. But we'll take a look and see what's going on with it nowadays. That was a long time ago, so we'll see what's up with it. We read yesterday about Nintendo officially launching Nintendo Pictures. That's in yesterday's news segment. We knew that was coming since earlier this year. So it's official. They have a website up and everything now for Nintendo Pictures. They're going to start producing their own. Whether it be they're going to be using the studio for producing their own animated or their own series, their own kinds of movies, as well as to assist with game production in regards to the types of, things that the production company can help with game development, right? Okay. There's a new article for us there. Xbox Game Pass surprise releasing beloved multiplayer game. Cool. Let's take a look at that. A quote from Bandai is saying Elden Ring is just the beginning. I don't think that's a surprise there. Here's the thing, though. Bandai is the publisher for Elden Ring, right? The developer for Elden Ring is From Software, okay? Now, what we have read and found out here recently is that From Software has been investing in themselves in an attempt to get them to a point where they can publish their own titles, where they won't need to rely on an outside publisher anymore. They can develop in-house and they can publish in-house, which means Bandai will kind of be left out in the cold for any future titles. Now, obviously, all the From Software future titles that Bandai has published for them, as far as, especially the Soulsborne games, those are still going to be titles that are underneath the Bandai Namco name, but that is kind of a big deal for both respectively in different ways moving forward. Both Bandai, that's those are big games for Bandai as a publisher, and not having those titles from Software anymore is a pretty big hit. But on the flip side, for From Software, that's a pretty significant step in the right direction for them as a developer to turn into a publisher themselves, because their games are so widely loved, and not having to rely on an outside publisher anymore means just more for them, right? Yo, I don't think I've seen the cover art yet. No. Oh, really? Cool. Well, yeah, I mean, this is what I'll say. It looks good. It looks good. It's gonna you're gonna be hard pressed to, I think, win people over with much of anything. Because I mean, look, man, the Dead Space games are iconic, right? And there's a huge community behind these games. So, and that the original art with the hand floating in space and everything, that is like renowned. People know what that is, right? Yeah, it's iconic. Exactly. Thank you. So, to I'm not surprised that people are like, "Oh, it's not as good." You know what I mean? Because it's like anytime you see that hand floating in space, you know exactly what that is. It's very iconic, absolutely. So, but this is cool, buddy. Thanks. Uh, yeah, I agree. Yeah, and if this is what they're going to go with, the official cover art for the remake of Dead Space, yeah, yeah. I mean, I agree. It does feel a bit basic. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. It seems like they could have done something a bit more intriguing with it. I think more ominous. Give a little bit of some more horror vibes to it or something. That's one of the things that was so good about the hand. It's like. Um, you knew that you were in for a ride there, right? Uh, right, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just getting at. Yeah, yeah. I mean, um, I think that they kind of missed the mark there a little bit myself, and that's exactly what the hand always did. That cover art for the original Dead Space with the hand. You knew that you were in for a ride, man, just by seeing that severed hand floating around out there. You knew something was up, dude. So yeah, it doesn't seem like they put a whole lot of thought. It was like, oh yeah, just put Isaac in the suit, and call it good. It doesn't seem like they put a whole lot of thought into it. But I mean, we are talking about EA, right? Aren't they the ones behind this? Who's actually developing this? Is it? I can't remember who's developing this. I mean, it's one of EA's studios, right? But ultimately, I mean, it's EA, right? So I don't know, dude. I don't know. Motive? Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks, dude. Cool though. That's news right there. That's news. If you guys hadn't seen the official cover art for the remake of Dead Space, there it is. This is supposed to be releasing the remake of Dead Space. Is supposed to be releasing like first week of December, right? Oh, first week of December. Is that correct? I think so. First week of December, I think, is when that's coming out. So we'll see if they hit that mark, and you know what I was talking about yesterday as well. I mean, oh, is it 27 January? Why was I thinking it was December? What game was coming out in December? Maybe it's Callisto Protocol. It's Callisto Protocol. That's why I had it mixed up. Thanks. Callisto Protocol is coming out in the beginning of December, right? That must be what it is. That's probably why I had it mixed up. I think it's Callisto Protocol. So, we've been talking about this. Missed Halloween by 3 months. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking too. Was like, it feels like a weird release date. Seeing as how it was so close. Callisto Protocol as well. I just wonder if they were shooting for October. For both those games. Were they shooting for October and they just couldn't make it? That's my wonder, because both of those games, both Dead Space Remake and Callisto Protocol, absolutely should have been October releases. So I don't know. I'm interested in seeing both, obviously, because if you're not aware, for anybody that's seeing this now or later, Callisto Protocol is actually being developed by who was the lead designer and developer behind the Dead Space game, the original Dead Space games, right? So Callisto Protocol looks very, very, very reminiscent of Dead Space. Obviously, there's some differences, but it looks very, very similar. Sales challenge. You know what? I'm kind of at this point. I'm wondering. My initial thought here is that probably Callisto Protocol, because it's a new game and it looks so Dead Space. So I think it gives people something Dead Space-esque to look forward to that is new. I think that's why I'm leaning that way. But ultimately, man, you know what I think it's going to come down to? Which one feels better? Which one looks better? I think that's what it's really going to be, the determining factor there. Which one of these titles? And look, there's a huge community around Dead Space, so I know there's a lot of hype around people waiting to play what would be the a remake of the original Dead Space game for sure. And right, Glenn Schofield. Thank you. Yeah, right there, exactly. Thank you, thanks. So I think that's why Callisto Protocol has a pretty good chance to do better than just a remake of the original Dead Space. Here's the thing, too. Dead Space for 2000, and I'll bump it right up. I'll make a comparison here for BioShock, BioShock 2007, wasn't it? I think. BioShock 1, Dead Space 2008. Dude, these games hold up. They feel really good. They look really good. These are some games that have some age on them. And they hold up, man. They really do. So, now I'm not saying that it's not due for a remake or anything, but ultimately I think that there might be an amount of people that just see the Dead Space remake and go, if it's the same game, just kind of updated graphics and stuff like that, and I can play the original for a lot less price, they might just opt to go buy the original, dude. Because it still looks and feels really nice. Yeah. Yep. Thanks, buddy. Yeah. I thought I was pretty close there. Yeah. Yep. But honestly, I think both are going to do very well. I really do. As long as they come out feeling nice, not having too many bugs and feeling pretty polished, I think both are going to do very well. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't leaning more towards Callisto Protocol having a better chance of doing better than Dead Space remake. Yeah. But that's really cool, man. Thanks very much, Tim Wynn. I really appreciate this, dude. Very cool. Very cool, buddy. All right, let's see what else we got. So we just talked about the Bandai Namco thing and From Software. And again, From Software, if you didn't hear what I was saying, From Software has been, making a lot of moves and investing in themselves, trying to get their own in-house publishing going. So they don't have to rely on Bandai Namco anymore to publish their games, which is going to be a big hit to Bandai moving forward, and a significant improvement to what From does moving forward, as long as their games continue to produce, So that's TLDR about what we were talking about right there. Fortnite's down on October 3rd for extended maintenance. That was yesterday. I wonder what was going on there. You don't normally see games go down like that, especially big games. So let's see what happened. All right, let's go ahead and pivot. How are you today, Tinwin? Yeah, we talked about Nintendo Pictures again. We talked about that yesterday. We'd hit about it before as well. It's just kind of official. They've got the Nintendo Pictures website up and everything like that. So the studio is official. They've got the website. You can go check it out. So that'll be a big part of what they do moving forward with both creating series and movies, and as well as what they are utilizing as far as development processes in their games. It'll be Nintendo Pictures plays a part in that as well. Let's see what this Xbox claim is right here about Nintendo and Sony. Looks like we've got a trailer that spotlights Blade in Marvel's Midnight Suns. Let's take a look at that. We haven't seen anything on Blade yet, I don't think. A modder has finally jailbroken the PS5, but there's a big catch. Let's take a look at what's going on there. Oh yeah, what's up? What is it? Okay. Okay, yeah, cool. Thanks, dude. Yeah, Sony's investment in From Software. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier, in regards to what From had been doing in trying to create their own in-house publishing. Was Sony invested in From, and from what I read earlier in the year, probably about a month to a month and a half ago, what the reason behind this, from From's point of view, was so they could take that money, invest it internally, and getting their own internal publishing department set up, right? But apparently, Sony's investment in From is hopefully to lead to making movies based off of a lot of From's titles. So let's take a look at that. Fact checked. All right, what we got, dude? Oh no way, dude. Oh, feels bad, dude. Yeah. Yeah, again, I mean, um this is one of those those things that's in the forefront of the news all the time right now, and it's terrible, and I think most people can relate in the fact that we're rooting for Ukraine to you know keep pushing forward and win this struggle and this fight of being invaded by Russia, and there are always so many terrible things that are going on in the world, and quite often there's a lot of it that we don't even really hear about in the news because news organizations, news agencies report to us what they want us to hear, right? And but no matter what's going on in the world and all over the world, there's always some really, really terrible, tragic things that are happening and unrest and it's quite often a result of some violence and lots of people losing their lives and it's a struggle for a lot of the people that are left behind and so thoughts and heart and thoughts go out to this individual's friends and family and that's terrible, but what I'll say is that I think that this individual, rest in peace, went out fighting for what he believed in and his country, and so that sucks, man. It sucks. So take a look at this real quick. That's Eddie, dude. Nice. Yeah. So I don't know. It's rough, dude. It's rough. Oh, he was the developer for Metro as well. Wow, dude. Wow. Yeah, that's a big loss right there, man. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Again, heart and thoughts out to that individual and the friends and family that are struggling with that loss, feels bad. Dude, what has happened here? All of a sudden, I've got all these bookmarks up here. Weird. Thanks, man. Thank you. Um, we saw this. We saw this a while back. Beyond Good and Evil 2 surpasses Duke Nukem Forever as the most delayed game ever on record or something like that. It's pretty wild, dude. I mean, there's not a whole lot of point in reading into that, but Beyond Good and Evil 2 has been delayed for forever. Just like like some of the notable games like Duke Nukem Forever, and I don't know. I probably won't ever see it. Watch the end of Overwatch 1 on video. Yeah, today is the start of Overwatch 2. Yeah. Genshin has released a new story teaser trailer. Take a look at that. You can get a pet in Cyberpunk now. Tinwin, what kind of pet do you have in Cyberpunk? Don't tell me you don't have a pet, dude. I know better. All right, here we go. Watch the end of Overwatch 1 on video. A new video emerges online that showcases some players' final moments with the original Overwatch as the servers shut down for the last time. This is always a big deal. These games that have big communities, and you'll see it a lot in like MMOs and stuff too, where whenever it's announced that servers are going to shut down, there will be like big events where everybody like gets together and they just kind of hang out for the last day or whatever. Even like rival factions, opposing factions and stuff, and they just kind of like hang out and talk and do fun stuff and record it. A player has recorded their final moments with Overwatch 1 as the server shut down for the last time in preparation for the sequel. They've posted the video for all to witness and say goodbye to the game. The original Overwatch is now no longer playable as the servers are down for maintenance to welcome a wave of both returning and new players to Overwatch 2 on Tuesday. Today, a hero-based team shooter was released in 2016 and took the game world by storm with its unique characters, objective-based game modes, and emphasis on teamwork. While Overwatch 1 is officially dead, players won't have to go too long without being able to play the sequel. Before the servers went down for the last time, developer Blizzard Entertainment posted a message to the in-game chat that read, "Even the best journeys end, but a new one is right around the corner. Thank you, heroes. See you October 4th. A lot of players chose to gather and chat one last time in the game as the servers were officially taken down at noon Eastern Time on Monday. In a video posted to Twitter by user @FroggerOW, near the end of a match, both teams gather for a last goodbye and celebration as the game was just about to go offline for good. Players used their favorite emotes and waited for the servers to go down together. It also was a great opportunity for the members to use the in-game chat to talk to each other. And in the video, is a bittersweet. Sorry, one second. A bittersweet moment as the celebration is abruptly cut off as the servers go down. There have been other celebrations and countdowns leading to the launch of the sequel 2. Another Overwatch fan drew Zenyatta every day for over 200 days leading up to Overwatch 2. This is their video of the end of Overwatch. From an empty sea, a flash of light. It will take a while to make you smile. Somewhere in these eyes, I'm on your side. I mean, you know, whether you're a fan of this title or not, you have to respect the fact of just what gaming does in general for creating communities of people that come together and enjoy each other's company, and it creates friendships, you know. Sorry. So it's really pretty cool to see these kinds of things happen. Like I said, I mean, it happens quite often in these notable titles that have a lot of age on them, and people they've maintained a good player base, and you'll see people do this kind of stuff a lot, and it's pretty incredible. Overwatch 2 will completely replace the original Overwatch when the servers go back up. The servers, as well as the launch of Overwatch 2, are currently scheduled for release at 3 p.m. Eastern on October 4th. So we're talking... Yeah. So we've got about 7 hours left, I think, until Overwatch 2 launches today. Launch times for the game vary slightly, so the launch is not completely global. Oh, okay. Players in London and Paris will get the game late on October 4th, while Seoul and Sydney will get access early on October 5th due to the time zone differences. Players can also preload Overwatch 2 on PC now and on console on October 4th. Video is a testament to how devoted the Overwatch community is, despite some controversy surrounding the sequel, especially with Overwatch 2 recording voice chat and requiring a phone number to play. I actually, I think both of these are good steps in trying to promote a healthy community for a live service game. I think that they're getting a little bit of controversy for it because they are kind of one of the companies leading the way with these kinds of mechanics. But ultimately, I think this is a healthy step in the right direction for live service games, as well as a sense of worry regarding the sequel's battle pass requirements. Should be comforting for the Overwatch community that they are able to come together for the end of an era. Look, the recording of voice chat is also not, Blizzard's not the first one to really be incorporating this. Epic's in the process of doing some beta stuff with that as well, where it's not just a recording of voice chat. They've got like this AI software that is they're trying to work on incorporating different language recognition software in this AI voice recognition software that basically will help to pick out people that are saying things in voice chat that violate terms of service. And what it'll do is it'll basically take out that section of the voice chat. It'll have it recorded, send it to a moderator. The moderator will check to see if it in fact is violating any kind of terms of service. And if it does, they get on top of, taking action against that player. Which, again, and you guys know how I feel. There's nothing wrong with competitive banter. There is definitely there are things wrong with crossing that line into discrimination, prompting people for self-harm, anything like that where you're, crossing over into speech that is unacceptable and, quite often violates terms of service for the software creators themselves. I'm glad to see the developers taking action and incorporating methods to get rid of the people that ruin these kinds of communities for the players, right? There you go. Genshin Impact releases new story teaser trailer. Genshin developer MiHoYo, under the global brand HoYoverse, has released a new story teaser trailer that offers hints at what sort of narrative players can expect to play out through future content updates. More specifically, while Genshin Impact version 3.1 King Deshret and the Three Magi was only recently released, it certainly seems like the latest story teaser trailer has to do with the ways in which this update will segue into the release of version 3.2. Titled Lost Legacies in the Sand, the teaser trailer seems to cover what happened to the civilization in Samuru that now lays in ruins, Told from the point of view of Kasala, priest of King Deshret, there appears to have been some sort of catastrophe in the nation blamed on forbidden knowledge that had no place in the game's world. You can check out the new story teaser trailer from Genshin Impact for yourself, embedded below. Here you go.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies.
I want dragon
Even
scales.
The land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Ruka Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
All right, there you go. For you Genshin fans, there you go, there you go. The Genshin Impact story teaser trailer also seems to explain exactly what's up with the Dendro Archon in the video game. If the in-game narration is to be believed, it seems that Greater Lord Rakhatvada, I might have butchered that, used her power to avert the crisis, saving what she could while keeping the evil at bay, but died in the process. Her death gave birth to Lesser Lord Kusanali, who also goes by the name Nahida, and will be a playable character in Genshin Impact version 3.2. As noted above, So, look, Genshin is available free to play for PS4, PS5, PC, and mobile devices. It has been slated to come to the Switch for a significant time now, and they still have no definitive date as to when it could possibly release on the Switch, okay? If you want to see more about that article, it's right there in chat, all right? You can get a pet in Cyberpunk now. Yeah. Edgerunners is fire, and thanks to the amazing anime, Cyberpunk is enjoying a full-blown revival. Yeah. The game became the most played game on Steam, and the timing couldn't be better since CDPR is dropping expansions for the game, as well as considering a sequel. One might almost think they timed the release of Edgerunners like this on purpose. Yeah. Weird, right? How to get a pet in Cyberpunk. The latest update introduces Nibbles the cat, a stray cutie that you can snap pictures with, in case you wanted to play Stray, but can't. If you want to get your hands on Nibbles, you'll have to travel to the Mega Building H10 Atrium Fast Travel Point. There will be a bin with a data shard, near apartment 0721. Pick it up and you'll learn about the cat's dietary preferences. Now you just got to get the food from Kabuki Market. Return to the apartment and fill Nibbles' bowl. Next to the bin, you got the data shard from. Nibbles will nibble up the food, and you can prompt a cutscene where V picks up the cat and adopt it. If you also have the iguana, Nibbles will even interact with its new sibling. Nice, which is a nice touch. Now all CDPR needs to do is add actual companion dog to Cyberpunk, but maybe they're saving that for the sequel. So there you go. If you want to get yourself a kata in Cyberpunk, Fortnite is down for extended maintenance. Due to planned maintenance and an unexpected issue, Fortnite servers won't be back online until today. Okay, so it was planned maintenance that something went awry, apparently. Fortnite servers are down for a lengthy maintenance period on Monday, which was yesterday, right? The server outage for the Battle Royale was intentional, prepping for the game for its next update, which would be update 22.10. But it hasn't quite gone to plan. Maintenance downtime was set to begin at 4 a.m. EST on October 4th. Instead, it began nearly 12 hours early, around 5 p.m. EST. Due to an issue or entering downtime early, Fortnite status tweeted, Update 22.10 will still release tomorrow, October 4th. Epic didn't provide an estimate for how long Fortnite will be offline, but it did say it'll let players know when the downtime has ended. With the update still planned for Tuesday, the maintenance may last until at least midnight EST, or even through its originally planned window. Normally, we'd expect Fortnite server maintenance to last 2 to 4 hours, though downtime can be longer for big updates. It's unclear why exactly Epic initiated this downtime earlier than planned. Servers should be back online sometime on Tuesday, October 4th. They have a link. Looks like everything's up for Fortnite right now. Yeah, it looks like everything's up for Fortnite. So it looks like everything Yeah, scheduled maintenance was completed today at 9:15 UTC. So it looks like everything should be good to go on Fortnite, but they are having some Rocket League Xbox party functions issues right now. But that's been going on since September 13th. Jeez. But it does look like the Fortnite stuff has been taken care of, okay? So I think Fortnite's good to go at this point. Xbox claims Sony and Nintendo will remain the biggest even after Activision's Blizzard deal. This back and forth is actually just like comedy, you know. Microsoft is going to continue to play it like this. Sony and I mean Nintendo to an extent, but really Sony's the big one that's going, this is anti-competitive. You can't let them do this, you know? So it's just a constant back and forth, and it's pretty funny. The company recently launched a new website designed to voice its perceived benefits of the acquisition as the deal continues to be scrutinized by competition regulators worldwide. Among the arguments made is the claim that the deal will benefit the game industry and that it would lead to greater competition in traditional gaming, where Sony and Nintendo will remain the biggest. It's not entirely clear what Microsoft means by the biggest, whether this means it feels Sony and Nintendo will continue to sell more consoles after the acquisition, or that it simply considers them the biggest competition. The new site is titled Our Vision for Gaming, More Choice and More Games for People Everywhere, and attempts to argue that the acquisition would benefit more than just Xbox owners. Quote, players and developers are at the center of Xbox, it argues. We want to enable people to play games anywhere, anytime, and on any device. Xbox is absolutely changing the game, and it's, you know, they started it changing the game. You like that? They are changing the gaming industry. There's no doubt about it. And it all kind of started with Game Pass. You know, they were the first big hit with subscription-based gaming. And you're going to see this really, I mean, we're already seeing it, but it's a really good comparison with like what Netflix did to the entertainment industry of movies and TV shows and everything. You know, that made it very accessible over, you know, the internet rather than having to, as a subscription service, rather than having to, you know, purchase physical copies or go rent physical copies, what have you. It's a very easily accessible to a lot of different content, and that's what Xbox is doing to the gaming industry as well. Players and developers are at the center of Xbox, it argues. We want to enable people to play games anywhere, anytime, and on any device. Developers deserve more options to build, distribute, and monetize their groundbreaking games. When we do this, we all win. That's why we are sharing more on the industry and how our acquisition of Activision Blizzard fits into our gaming strategy. The site states the acquisition would benefit players, leading to more, quote, more games on more devices, including Xbox, PlayStation, phones, and online. They've got an entire like breakdown here for benefits of Xbox plus Activision Blizzard, right? Now, of course, look. There needs to be competition. Yeah. And one of the things this does is it removes competition from the top of the industry. And that's not necessarily good. What you're going to see here as well is keep in mind, you're seeing what Xbox and Microsoft wants you to see as the benefits, right? But anytime you're getting a list of benefits, there's also going to be a list of negatives, right? And but of course, Xbox doesn't want you to think about those things. Microsoft doesn't want you to think about those things. And I'm not against Xbox here. I actually think that the best thing that could happen for Activision Blizzard at this point would be for Xbox to buy them and kind of build that company back from the ground up, you know. But this is what Xbox and Microsoft wants you to see is the benefits. Anytime you're seeing a list of what the potential benefits are of something, there's also going to be another list of the cons, pros and cons, right? And they're not showing you that. So keep that in mind, right? Yo, Psych, what's up, dude? Facts, bro. Spitting facts. Referring to Game Pass, it also claims it will give more choice in how and where people buy games with subscription and one-off purchase options, as well as alternatives to gaming offerings from the dominant mobile platforms on iOS and Android. And in a possible reference to Activision Blizzard's ongoing reputational issues regarding sexual assault and harassment allegations, claims the deal will lead to an emphasis on positive workplace culture, as well as increased local investment from Microsoft and studios and creative ecosystems around the world. Earlier this week, it was reported that PlayStation boss Jim Ryan flew to Brussels. We reported on that to meet with European Union regulators currently scrutinizing Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard. According to Dill Reporter sources, the Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO personally visited the EU headquarters on September 8th to voice the console rivals' concerns over the proposed roughly $69 billion deal. Yeah. PlayStation's concerns over the deal are around the future release arrangements for the Call of Duty series mainly, which is regularly PlayStation's annual bestseller, and whether it will be pulled from their platforms. Last month, Xbox boss Phil Spencer said Microsoft had committed to making Call of Duty available on PlayStation for several more years after Sony's current marketing deal with Activision expires. However, Sony SIE CEO Ryan, who is reportedly seeking access to future Call of Duty games on equal terms and in perpetuity, responded publicly by calling Microsoft's proposal for keeping the series on PlayStation consoles inadequate on many levels. Yeah. So that again, this is stuff we keep reading, and it's just a constant back and forth. So it's turning into just a bunch of it's just comedy, dude, because it just doesn't stop now. Marvel's Midnight Suns developer Firaxis and 2K have continued to release new promotional trailers for the upcoming Marvel-branded video game despite delays. Ahead of the video game's release on December 2nd for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, a new promotional trailer has been revealed for the video game, spotlighting and introducing the playable Marvel hero Blade. Based on previous trailers, it would seem like Marvel's Midnight Suns is sticking relatively close to the most common origin stories for the various characters included within it. For Blade, that means he's half human vampire or Dhampir that has incredible strength and can withstand sunlight, which is how he gets his Daywalker moniker. You can check out the new Marvel's Midnight Suns trailer featuring Blade embedded below. Let's take a peek.
Call me Blade.
Womp womp womp. Yeah, it really is, yeah.
I'm a vampire, remember?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Ever wonder why you only come to me
It's just
for the dirty work?
Yeah. That's like all we hear now, you know? It's
We
the same
invented
back and
stealth.
forth all the time. Yeah. Oh, that looks so good, dude.
This is gonna hurt.
Cool, man. As noted above, Marvel's Midnight Suns is currently set to release for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store on December 2nd. It's still set to come to PS4 and Xbox One and Switch at some point. Previously, it was scheduled to release on October 7th, but got delayed to December 2nd, right? Playable characters revealed in the title so far include the all-new hero, the Hunter, which is your customizable main player character, right? And then you've got also Captain America, Iron Man, Wolverine, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Blade, Ghost Rider, Magic, Nico, Manuro, Spider-Man, and Scarlet Witch. There are still several characters to get their own trailers. And I'm sure we'll see more of those the closer we get to December. Yeah. A modder has finally jailbroken the PS5. But there's a big catch. A modder has finally jailbroken the PS5 in order to download an old game that's unavailable on the system, but trying to play that game is an entirely different story. PlayStation modder Spectre Dev shared an experimental IPv6 kernel exploit for the PS5. Should be, I'm pretty sure it's referring to an Internet Protocol version 6 kernel exploit for the PS5 on Twitter last night. In case you're not sure what jailbreaking is, it's a hacking technique that's often done on smartphones and other electronic devices to unlock debug menus and allow the use of software not supported by current firmware. This particular jailbreak code is experimental because it requires a WebKit vulnerability as an entry point. Yeah, only works on PS5 consoles running version 4.03 or older, at least 30% of the time. The code only gives read-write access and not the ability to execute any old game you attempt to install. Lance McDonald, another modder, tweeted a video showing exactly how the PS5 jailbreak works. As you can see in the video below, he used the code to install the Lost Silent Hills demo PT. It was a success, but he wasn't able to play it. In response to another Twitter user asking if people will be able to bring their saved PT demos to the PS5, McDonald said, I need to work out how to destroy the blacklist, whitelist for the PS4 games. Check this out. Yo, stop that, dude. They got Hollow Knight up there, nice. This is somebody is they've jailbroken a PS5, Tinman. Yeah. But it requires like a version PlayStation version 4.03 or 4.05. I'll go back to the article in just a second. So yeah, they're showing what is them trying to play like old PlayStation games. It's not everything's working right yet. They're still working on some other things that need to be done, but they've found a way to like kind of hack into the system using IPv6 and jailbreak it. Excuse me, jailbreak it, and there's still apparently some work that needs to be done, but they're getting there. Yeah, it's kind of wild. So this is just a small video showing us kind of what's happening. Yeah, there's the PT demo. That's the old. Yeah, so this was Silent Hill PT demo that they were trying to run, but it's not letting them run it yet. So yeah, again, this is this particular jailbreak code is experimental because it requires a WebKit vulnerability as an entry point. Only works on PS5 consoles running version 4.03 or older. Code only gives read-write access and not the ability to execute any old game you attempt to install. And McDonald was saying, I need to work out how to destroy the blacklist, whitelist for the PS4 games right now. PT was a free demo that Konami shadow dropped on the PlayStation Store in 2014, giving fans a teaser into Silent Hills, which was being developed by Hideo Kojima in collaboration with Guillermo del Toro. Finding out what the game was about required players to solve various cryptic puzzles, which was a quirky way to market the game, but still managed to garner a dedicated fan base. 2015, Silent Hills was suddenly canceled, prompting Konami to delist PT. We read about this here not too long ago. Delist PT from the PS Store. Fans have been struggling to bring the demo back ever since. So that's what they were trying to do right there, is find a way to get the demo playable again on the PS5 by jailbreaking it, you know. And it looks like they're getting kind of close. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Some smart people out there, man. Smart people. Sony's investment in From Software could lead to movies or TV shows, says Holst. Yeah, I mean, look, again, we talked about this earlier. This ties into another thing we were talking about with Bandai Namco. Do I have that up? No, I don't think so. We read about this earlier. Sony invested pretty heavily in From Software here recently, and the reason being for it from From Software's side of the court was they wanted that investment money to invest internally in trying to set up an internal their own internal publisher, right? That way they're no longer relying on like Bandai Namco. They can both internally, in-house, develop their games and publish their games. So from Sony's side of the court here, what they're trying to do is get, be rubbing elbows pretty nice with From Software and trying to get some additional content going on the side of their, From Software's beloved series, which is the Soulsborne stuff, right? So Sony's investment in From Software could lead to movies or TV shows. While discussing the company's purchase of a minority stake in the Elden Ring developer, PlayStation Studios head Herman Holst told Reuters, quote, "You should think of collaborations on the game development side first and foremost, but it's also not unthinkable with our PlayStation products efforts that we explore opportunities. PlayStation Productions is one of the latest arms of Sony's latest arm up. Wait, what? PlayStation Productions is one of the latest arms of Sony's latest arm of its PlayStation empire. Okay. Focusing on adapting PlayStation franchises for film and television." What a weird quote. While Sony is yet to use an IP that isn't its own in a PlayStation Productions presentation, its now established relationship with From Software may lead to a non-gaming based product coming from the franchise. Holst's comments imply that an Elden Ring or Bloodborne film or TV series could be considered due to Sony's investment in the group. Sony recently acquired just over a 14% From Software from its parent company, Kadokawa Corporation. The first television series from PlayStation, The Last of Us, will debut next year on HBO. Yeah. Several other PlayStation properties are currently being adapted. The Umbrella Academy showrunner Steve Blackman is currently developing a show based on the Horizon franchise. Sony also announced in May that it's working on a TV adaptation of God of War with Amazon and a Gran Turismo film helmed by District 9 director Neil Blomkamp. Yep. So, not too wild to think that moving forward we might have something coming out from Sony in regards to something based off of the lore from something out of the Soulsborne series. Yeah, we'll see, but not too wild to think that could be coming our way. Fallout 76, how to play the game for free. This month marks the 25th anniversary of the Fallout franchise, and to celebrate, Bethesda is making Fallout 76 free for a limited time. Free play week will begin on October 4th and will last through October 11th, during which the base game will be free to play on all of its current platforms, including PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. In addition to the trial, Prime Gaming subscribers can snag Fallout 76 The Pit for free on PC right now, with the offer set to expire on November 1st. Last but not least, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers can snag a free month of Fallout first through Xbox Game Pass perks. In addition to the promotions centered around Fallout 76, Bethesda has teased that it plans on celebrating the series as a whole with a number of promotions throughout the month of October. Quote, "From sales and giveaways to special features and community content, fans of the franchise can check out the Fallout 25 website right here, where there will be weekly updates regarding these plans. Last but not least, fans on Xbox will also have the opportunity to obtain an exclusive Fallout dynamic theme starting on October 4th. That is today. Dude, my nose I'm all stopped up today. So I'm just, I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling very, very congested. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know what it is, man. I've got a lot of congestion today. I hope I'm not getting sick. Yeah, I hope not, dude. I hope not. I can just feel it, dude. I can feel it. I had a headache day before, man, and now today I've got a bunch of congestion and stuff. I hope it's just like a change in the seasons, man. It's kind of messing with me, and I'm not actually like coming down with something. I hope. Yeah, sorry. I know I'm reading terrible and I sound crappy, and so I'm sorry. I keep having my nose, man, is just a hot mess. So, over the last 25 years, Fallout has become one of the most celebrated franchises in all of gaming. Even though Fallout 76 has been widely criticized. Fallout has become one of the most celebrated franchises in all of gaming. The series has built up a massive following around the globe, and the Fallout 76 trial just might give newcomers a chance to experience it for the very first time. Existing Fallout 76 players have already shared some disappointment that Bethesda isn't offering more ways for them to celebrate the anniversary. With a developer making plans for the whole month of October, it's possible we could see some cool announcements over the next few weeks. For now, fans will just have to wait and see. Yeah. I don't know. Getting practice. Thanks, dude. Thanks, buddy. Oh man, yeah, I need it, right? So here's the thing. What I think this is because Fallout 76, one of the big criticisms around it was like, it's is it a subscription based game or is it actually just pay up front? I can't remember. Is it on Steam? Is there like no base game to this anymore? I haven't kept up. I mean, one of the big criticisms was the game felt pretty like a hot mess to begin with. And yeah, see, they got like you can buy atoms, you know. Um, Subscribe to Fallout first. What is this, dude? Fallout First is a premium membership that enhances the Fallout 76 experience. Members receive access to private adventure and custom worlds, exclusive utility and cosmetic items, 1,650 atoms per month, plus other bonuses. Members receive private adventure, custom worlds, scrap box, survival tent, atoms, ranger armor outfit, icons, and emotes pack. Yeah, yeah, basically, psych. Yeah, I mean, this was one of the big. Yeah, and look at all the like mixed reviews. Look at this. 45% of the 12, almost 1,300 reviews are positive. 59% of the recent reviews are positive. You know, I think 76 of Fallout 76 to Pit. 76% of the roughly 38,000 reviews are positive. Recent reviews, 68% of the 730 reviews are positive. What I recall about the release of this was that it didn't feel good in the first place. It was a pretty buggy mess. And not only did it cost up front, but then it was like there was all kinds of monetization within the game and everything too, right? Right, yeah, for sure, Psych, yeah. I mean, and look, I mean, you know, reviews are always, you know, to be taken with a little bit of a grain of salt, no matter how good or bad they are, because everybody's experience is going to be relative to themselves and what they want out of a title and their own preferences and things like that, right? But quite often, it's a pretty good idea of what you're going to get out of a title, right? And so, what I recall about this title in the first place was just exactly what I just stated, right? It cost up front, and then there was like all kinds of in-game costs for anything additional, you know, and then there's like the subscription service too for more, and it was just real off-putting for a lot of people, where this was supposed to be like Fallout's, multiplayer online experience. And obviously they need money to maintain that experience for people. But there's a good and a bad way to do that. We talk about that a lot, right? And what it looked like whenever this game came out and still today, it just looks like a big pitch to suck as much money out of people as they can from fans of the Fallout series, honestly. I do recall when this game came out, it was a pretty big mess too, if I remember correctly. So I don't know. I mean, it looks like they're going to let people play it for free. So if you're interested and you're a fan of Fallout, then maybe give it a shot. If you're able to play it for free and check it out, I don't know. Nothing wrong with that, right? So, Xbox Game Pass surprise releasing beloved multiplayer game. Xbox Game Pass has revealed that it's about to stealth launch an incredibly popular multiplayer title onto the subscription service. For the most part, Xbox tends to announce its new additions to Game Pass days or weeks ahead of their eventual arrivals. Rather than continuing this trend, though, Xbox has today announced that it's about to let loose a new heavy hitter on the service within the coming day. This was yesterday. Revealed via the official Xbox Game Pass Twitter account, it was confirmed that Chivalry 2 will join the subscription platform on today. Chivalry 2 is a melee-focused multiplayer game set during a medieval time period that initially launched last summer. Since that time, the game has gone on to continue to be quite popular across console and PC platforms. In fact, it happened to be one of our own favorite games of the year that released in 2021. Now, those on Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC that are subscribed to Game Pass will be able to check out the game for themselves without having to outright purchase it. Sorry. Yeah, Chivalry 2. All in all, this is a pretty big addition to Xbox Game Pass and sets a great precedent for the other titles that Microsoft might bring to the service over the course of October. Although we haven't yet learned what else will be coming to Game Pass this month, it seems likely that more details will be coming about quite soon. When that information is divulged, we'll be sure to share the details with you here on comicbook.com. Cool. There you go. That's neat. Rumored Horizon Zero Dawn remaster reports have Bloodborne fans fuming. Look, we talked about this yesterday, and we've talked about this subject a lot, which is, when is a title actually due for like a remaster or a remake? And when is it just a company being too scared to create some kind of new content and looking at a title and going, we got a good fan base around that. Let's go ahead and, it's 4 years old at this point. Looks like we need to go ahead and remaster that bad boy and try to get some more money out of it. That seems to be happening a lot. And it's, I think, becoming quite a concern for many of us gamers and fans of gaming. We're seeing this happen more and more often. Not that there aren't still, remakes and remasters being done on appropriate titles, whether it be something like Demon's Souls or Dead Space, right? But we're also seeing things happen with The Last of Us, right? Where they've got a lot of criticism on that. Did it really need a remake? Or I think The Last of Us is getting a full remake, right? Or does Horizon Zero Dawn need a remaster? I don't think so. And I think that's the way a lot of the rest of the gaming community feels as well. Whenever there's so many other games out there that at this point are getting pretty old and have a huge community around them still that are just waiting for the game to be revamped, or these games to be revamped. And instead, we get these games that are 4 to 5 years old that are getting, and it's like, what? Why? you know, and it just comes off like these devs are just scared and incapable of creating new content. You know, rumors of a PS5 remaster for Horizon Zero Dawn percolating online quickly became yet another thorn in the side of Bloodborne players who have been desperately wondering when it's going to be their turn for Papa Sony to acknowledge their favorite game. The rumor of a Horizon Zero Dawn remaster was first reported by gaming news site MP First and was later corroborated by Video Games Chronicle and Gamatsu. According to their sources, the remastered version of Horizon Zero Dawn will have quality of life improvements, new character models, updated lighting and animations, new graphics modes, and more accessibility features added to the game. The thing is, that's fine, but it doesn't need it yet. That's the big thing to take away here is, can this be done to a title that is 4 to 5 years old at this point? Yeah, absolutely. Is it going to create a huge difference in the game? No, it's not. It's really not. And it's the same thing we've seen with the Last of Us being remade. You see the side-by-sides, and can you tell a difference? You can tell a difference. Is it significant? Not really. No. And that's why a lot of people are like, why? Why are you spending all that time and effort doing this when the original game is still fine? You know? When there are so many other titles that need this to be done to them. In addition to the quality of life updates reportedly coming to the remaster, MP First reports that Guerrilla Games is also working on an HZD multiplayer game for PS5 and PC. VGC corroborated this report with its sources and leaked HZD concept art from 2014 that depicted Monster Hunter-esque multiplayer battles. Sources told VGC that the multiplayer game was intended to be a part of Horizon Forbidden West, but was cut in favor of being utilized for a future project. So basically, this is what happened. Basically, what happened was they came up with this multiplayer concept during the development of Horizon Forbidden West. And they went, let's not push it out with this. We should just release this game. Then we can remake Horizon Zero Dawn. And, you know, to try to really pull people into it, we'll put the multiplayer into that. You know? I am willing to bet that's exactly what they did. How we are... so here's a tweet. How we are prioritizing a Horizon Zero Dawn remaster remake over, I don't know, Bloodborne or any number of titles from PlayStation IPs that have been dormant for far too long. Exactly. While the rumors of a Horizon Zero Dawn remaster coming to PS5 comforted gamers with an affinity for Aloy, it's also aggravated a very sore spot for diehard Bloodborne fans who've been shaking their fists in the air at the harsh reality that their game has yet to be received the same treatment. For the last couple of years, Sony has been on an upgrading spree, remastering numerous popular games in its catalog with releases like The Last of Us Part 1, Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, and even Neo and Neo 2. However, intellectual properties like Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, and Bloodborne have been metaphorically occupying Sony's dark attic of video games like The Simpsons' Hugo Simpson 2. Voice actor and YouTuber Yang Ye took to Twitter to question the prioritization of an HZD remaster over PlayStation's stagnant Bloodborne title. Sony's Santa Monica game writer Alana Pierce replied to Yang Ye's tweet and said the reason franchises like Bloodborne remain in purgatory is that remasters are much easier for first-party studios to pull off. The Bloodborne... I'll get back to that quote. The Bloodborne faithful's Sony and HZD directed ire comes after From Software players were recently duped into believing fake news of an upcoming Bloodborne remaster. In May, Twitter was ablaze with false news about a Bloodborne remastered coming to PS5 in August 2022 and PC in Q2 of 2023. This epicenter of misinformation was an account impersonating gaming news account Nibellion. Yeah, no doubt. I don't think that's lost on anybody, but that's exactly what we're getting at. It's many of these studios are coming off as scared to take on anything that might come off as being remotely harder than just remastering something that's 4 years old, you know? And that sucks, dude. Like, honestly, I'm getting tired of seeing it. It's really off-putting, I think, not only to myself, but a lot of other people as well, to see so many other IPs that desperately need a revitalization that have, again, been stuck in, you know, whatever developer's closet or attic, whatever you want to call it, for so long, that has a great fan base around it that could really use a new iteration or a remaster or remake, excuse me, whatever. And this is what we continue to get. You know, we continue to get these games that are just a few to 4 years old that's all they want to do. They just want to keep cycling these things back through. You know, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of it. Jack in the Box seeks full-time Twitch streamer. Here you go, guys. Dive brief. This is what I'll give you. I'll let you read the rest of this. Jack in the Box put out the call for its first ever Gamer Jack, a full-time content creator position responsible for bolstering the quick service restaurant's Twitch presence. Per details shared with Marketing Dive, Gamer Jack will be the face of weekly live streams and events that foster relationships with gamers. Benefits include a $90,000 salary, not bad, and gaming setup stipend. To apply, participants must visit a landing page and submit a video sharing why they believe they are a good fit. The QSR partnered with esports company Zone Gaming for the casting call ending October 10th. The concept follows other Twitch-focused efforts by the marketer and emphasizes the growing use of creators to step into Gen Z spaces. Hey, man, if anybody wants to try their hand at you know, becoming the face of Jack in the Box on Twitch, now's your chance. Now's your chance. There you go. Get 8 Steam Deck ready games for $10. So, Fanatical has yet another new build your own bundle deal available, this time for up to 8 Steam games for just $10 through the Play on the Go bundle. As the name implies, the bundle lets you pick from 16 portable-friendly games certified playable on Steam Deck that are great for portable gaming sessions, though they play perfectly well on a standard PC setup as well. The deal starts at 3 games for $5, or you can bump up to 5 games for $7 or 8 games for $10. Oh, cool, Pinky. Did you put it in the in Discord? I'll take a look, dude. This bundle has some real top shelf selections, including the brutal Metroidvania Blasphemous, which is amazing. We've streamed that. Cool, dude. I'll check it out. What's up, buddy? This game features gorgeous and grotesque pixel art, unforgiving combat, and compelling interconnected world full of hidden items, challenging bosses, and deep lore to explore. Yeah, I'm just going to read these out. Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. There's top-down action RPG Morbid, The Seven Acolytes. Mordheim, City of the Damned. Yeah, that's cool. I've played that. Far Lone Cells. Nuts, a colorful photography sim. 1980X, homage to arcade and home console games of the 80s. They've got all these. Speed Limit, Sticks, Who's Your Daddy, Intravenous, Horizon Chase Turbo, Golf Club Wasteland, Door Kickers, Black Sad, American Fugitive. There are all of these. Yeah, it's not letting me get there, but let me see. This is their site. This is their site right here if you're interested. Okay, I'll link this. Yeah, I remember Sticks, dude. I remember Sticks. Aren't you like a little like imp looking dude or whatever? Isn't that what Sticks is? Probably shows it right here. Bundles, games, build your own play on the go. This is the one they're talking about. Yeah, right here. So I'll link this one too. Yeah. I remember Sticks, dude. Yeah, Sticks. Yeah, the little goblin. My bad, dude. My bad. Not an imp, a goblin. Big difference. I apologize. This is the actual link to the play on the go stuff, but that first link is Fanatical's main page, okay? Cool. Haptic gaming chairs could be the trend of the future thanks to the Sync X. Look, I think this is just kind of the beginning for us in the gaming world as far as haptics are concerned, especially as we continue to evolve with gaming and things get more immersive with VR and things like that. I think we're going to get to a point of where we're wearing more things that provide a haptic experience with the more immersive gaming and technology becomes, right? So whether it be like something strapped, to your chest or something, you wear like sleeves on your arms or what. I mean, it could be anything. There's going to be all kinds of advancements and things that are tried out for these kinds of experiences. But I think this is just the beginning of it is incorporating haptic kind of feedback stuff in chairs, This is not necessarily a new concept. There's been this kind of stuff. Theaters incorporate this, with their movies and stuff. There are certain theaters that have haptic chairs for the experience, things like that. But this coming into chairs for the home experience and gaming is also very cool. Razer brought us the concept of a haptic feedback gaming chair that uses the same tech for VR controllers during CES. Anime VR capsule soon. Yeah, dude. That uses the same tech for VR controllers during CES 2022. And now Cooler Master seeks to bring us that very same concept into reality. Cooler Master has revealed the Sync X, a gaming chair that will provide a real-time tactical experience by converting low-latency sound waves into vibrations that create the effect of haptic feedback. Chair can recline 135 degrees, has 7 modes of ARGB lighting, which means more frames per second in your monitor, right? Anytime you have any kind of, LED lighting anywhere around your gaming, that produces more frames per second if you didn't know that. And is Bluetooth compatible. There's also a built-in controller that lets you control these various features. So far, there's no release date for the Sync X, but there should be more information on the chair soon. That's a hefty looking dude, right? It looks comfy though. Yeah, it looks comfy. Could haptic gaming chairs be the future? VR haptic feedback is already a marvel of gaming technology, able to deliver various sensations to a player just by altering the vibrational feedback that matches what you're supposed to feel during the game. It's used with the Sense Glove and controllers paired with VR devices to great effect. So it seems natural that the next step would be to pair that same technology with a device that has constant contact with your body. For instance, a racing game could use it to simulate the bumps and acceleration of a race chair or even a car crash. Plenty of other genres could use it to similar effect, absolutely. Between Cooler Master and Razer, it would be incredible to see the impact that haptic feedback chairs could have on gaming. Again, it's not just going to be chairs. I mean, and it's not just chairs at this point, but this is going to continue to evolve and be a big part of immersion as we move forward with gaming and technology in general. But that's cool, man. If you guys are interested in seeing more about the chair there. That's what I was thinking, dude. You're gonna be in like a strapped into a seat with like a roll cage around you, and you get into a wreck and it's gonna start like flipping you over on like some kind of like stationary like simulation. It's gonna be wild. Last one I have, guys. This is the last article I have for today. So if you have anything to add, then let me know and I'll address it before we move on to day 3 of Dead Space. All right. Fandom has acquired GameSpot, Giant Bomb, GameFAQ, and Metacritic in a $55 million deal. That's a lot of outlets there that they just got. The latest big company acquires other big company news for once doesn't concern Embracer or Tencent. Excuse me. Instead, it's all about fandom. A for-profit wiki hosting service covering news and information from a huge range of media in an acquisition that seems to have surprised many. In a post on Monday, October 3rd, Fandom announced that they had, quote, acquired a portfolio of entertainment and gaming brands for a reported $55 million, according to the Wall Street Journal. The deal includes GameSpot, Giant Bomb, GameFAQs, and Metacritic from Red Ventures, the previous owners who had themselves acquired the portfolio from Viacom CBS. Metacritic is an aggregation site for game review scores, which is notable for providing an average score for games, a fact often used by development studios as a benchmark for a game's success. GameFAQs has been around since the 90s as perhaps one of the most memorable places to find ASCII walkthroughs and answers to obscure questions about puzzles and boss battles. GameSpot is notable for launching the careers of names like Greg Kasavin, mostly known for now as the writer and creative director at Supergiant Games, and Jeff Gerstmann, who was fired from GameSpot in 2007 over a negative review of Kane and Lynch Deadman, who had led to publishers threatening to withdraw their advertising from the site. Gerstmann would go on to found gaming website Giant Bomb in 2008 with former GameSpot editor Ryan Davis. In 2012, Gerstmann was brought back into the fold when Giant Bomb was acquired by GameSpot, parent company Viacom CBS, as part of a combined gaming portfolio, but Viacom CBS later sold the site to Red Ventures. Rumors have been swirling around Giant Bomb since a mass departure of talent in mid-2021 when veteran Bomb cast members Vinny Caravella, Alex Navarro, and Brad Shoemaker left all at once to start their own project. Nextlander, having been at Giant Bomb since the beginning. Gerstmann himself left the team in 2022. Fandom spoke on their announcement post about their plans for the site, which involves around providing immersive content for our partners, advertisers, and fans, as well as expanding their global fan platform to super serve entertainment and gaming fans. This acquisition, which also includes Comic Vine, Cord Cutters News, and TV Guide, is the latest in a string of purchases for Fandom, following on the heels of Screen Junkies, Gamepedia, D&D Beyond, and Focus Multimedia. Wow. Yeah, man. They're going hard. Right on. That's what I got, guys. That's what I got. That is October 4th edition of Video Gaming News. Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 releases later today, so to those fans of Overwatch 2, I hope it is fantastic. I hope you guys have a great time. And, there's a big fan base around Overwatch 1, and I hope that the transition to Overwatch 2 for everybody is seamless and enjoyable. Yeah, that's a big thing happening today. So, I don't know. Thanks to everybody that's part of this news segment and part of this community. You guys rock. I appreciate you very much. We're going to move on to Dead Space Day 3, Impossible difficulty, and see where we get. But if you're enjoying this content and you're viewing this on YouTube, then see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself and the rest of this amazing community. We go live at 6 o'clock a.m. CST every single day, where we start off all of our streams with video gaming news before we hop into whatever gaming content we have slated for the rest of the day, okay? Other than that, you guys just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for October 5th's edition of Video Gaming News, all right?